And Logan joins us live on the National Pregame Show. Logan, congratulations on a terrific performance. When you found out you were going to get the call to be the opening day starter, and then you thought about it, and you woke up yesterday morning, and then you put your head down on the pillow last night, is it exactly how you wanted that start to go?
Yeah, I mean, pretty close to it. I felt pretty good about it. The main thing, just the way we won the game last night was so exciting, and guys stepping up and doing their job, so it says a lot about the team.
Logan, I looked at it and said, what are we even debating who's the opening day starter? Send the all-star out there. I love what you're doing. How electric was the crowd last night in Seattle?
Oh, gosh, they were going crazy. That's the stuff I miss. You go through spring training and just wait for moments like this, night like this, to get it started. The fans were going crazy. There's nowhere else you really want to be.
Logan, it's Dan. When you're warming up before a game, do you have a general idea if your stuff is going to be good and it'll translate in to when the game starts?
Yeah, for the most part, getting a feel before the game. Sometimes when it's way off, though, sometimes I feel even better. I don't know what it is when you're terrible before the game and go out there and pitch well. But yesterday I could tell most of my stuff was feeling good.
Hey, Logan, I want to ask you, you and Dan had a colorful conversation. I should say Dan had a colorful conversation with you about evolving from a thrower to a pitcher. When did that start to happen for you?
Probably in 22, my second year, about halfway through, I felt pretty good about it. It came with kind of redoing my slider, the grip, the way I throw it, and having something behind in the count or any time that I can throw. I think that's kind of when I made that transition.
What grip did you change? What did you do?
So I spiked my slider, actually. It's almost like a curveball grip, but I throw it just like a fastball. Put my thumb way up on the side of the ball. It's kind of a weird grip, but for some reason it works for me.
I thought one of the toughest transformations for me, Logan, maybe you could touch on it, is you don't always want to throw at like in fifth gear at 100%. I think you touched on it with your breaking ball. Having the confidence to throw a pitch, and you're so used to when you're coming up to the minor leagues and high school and junior college, seeing swings and misses. But what comes with that is high pitch count. Do you get to a point where you have to say, okay, I'm going to take a little bit off here, sacrifice a strikeout, get some quick outs, and be comfortable doing that in the meantime?
Yeah, I love the early contact because that's challenging guys and being in the zone. You got to get the first pitch strike and get to 2 strikes quick. I'm fine with contact, foul balls, or whatever. With 2 strikes, you might go for the swing and miss, but for the first strike, second strike, it really doesn't matter all that much.
The starter tonight is Luis Castillo, a veteran, a terrific pitcher, and it's not Bryce Miller, who in the second half had an ERA under 2. I found it interesting that they're not having you guys go back-to-back. It felt like that was the common theme all of last year, to the chagrin of Bryce Miller, because I chatted with him, not because he doesn't love you, but is it true that you guys throw the same pitches and sort of have the same arm slot, right?
We throw pretty similar. We were joking about that, how I went before him in the first half and did better than him by a little bit, and then we flipped, and when he pitched before me, he did better than me in the second half. So we had to make sure we get a little bit of spacing there because it's a little too similar.
Hey, I'm curious. That is really, I like that. As a hitter, I would have felt really comfortable facing you guys back-to-back. I love the fact they made that move. I want to ask you, as we look at the graphic here.
I mean, the stats bear it out, Logan. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, your stats are dead on.
Wow.
Hey, I want to ask you about your manager, Dan Wilson. Mr. Mariner, he's one of the Mariners Hall of Famers, but a great catcher and a great game caller. Have you guys got into talking that with the pitching staff with Dan a lot?
Yeah, Dan's awesome. I can't say enough good stuff about him. Who he is as a person, the way he's leading this team already, and just having his perspective. He gets it behind the plate. He knows what it's like, and was kind of one of the heroes back in the 90s here in Seattle, so it's fun to hear from him.
Hey, Logan, in a day and age now where we have so much information, technology, stats, numbers, what are the important things that you look at, like before you're going to start a game, that are important things for you?
So for myself, the most important things is just the counts I'm getting in, first pitch strikes and that kind of stuff. For the teams I face, I look a lot at swing decisions, so how often they swing 0-0, 2 strikes, overall, all those counts. So it helps me know when to go strike the ball or when to stay in the zone with certain pitches.
So many people say the Mariners have the best starting rotation in baseball. Do you believe the Mariners have the best rotation in baseball?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I got to say yes, right? We got 5 good guys, really good, and 6 with Emerson, and Kirby's coming back soon. But you can't go wrong. I feel like no matter who's out there, we have a good chance to win.
Hey, I watched a guy last night in the pregame ceremony of first pitch, Ichiro. Is there a shot we may see him in the bullpen? He was bringing some mid-80s cheddar last night.
He's still got it. He could get some outs right now if he had to.
I mean, I don't know if it was a strike. Hey, I got to believe Dan Wilson knows he's thrown over 90 miles an hour before. Dan had to be wearing a cup for this, right? Because if he spikes that.
Had to. You can't take a chance, right? Can't take a chance.
Cannot take a chance. No way.
Is Ichiro still hitting in the cages and everything?
Every day. He's doing it all. Full uniform. He's ready to go.
Unbelievable, man.
Logan Gilbert,
Unbelievable.
you were so fun to watch yesterday. The crowd was behind you on every single pitch. Have a terrific season this year. We're all pulling for you to be a Cy Young contender, okay? Brandon Pfaadt, the guy that we're talking about, is getting that nice contract. Joins us now live on the National Pregame Show. Brandon, congratulations from all of us here on the show. And walk me through the timing of this. Has this been an ongoing negotiation all throughout spring training?
No, it was pretty recent. I think in the last week or so, they brought it to our attention, and we were able to get a deal done. So not till towards the end of spring training, and we got the deal done.
Brandon, you guys bring in Corbin Burns. How big has he been in addition to this starting rotation?
He's been huge. I think we had a pretty strong staff to start with, and then you add a guy like Corbin. It's pretty special, and we're looking forward to him going out there every fifth day and watching him pitch.
I have one more thing. I'm glad you got this deal done because my new slogan is, I fight for Pfaadt. You want to hear that bell?
I do, absolutely. There it is.
If it wasn't already a great day in your life, it just got better, Brandon. You're welcome.
Hey, Brandon, it's Harold here. Really cool for you to join us. With this happening, breaking news, here you are joining us. We appreciate that so much. Who were some of the first people that you called when you got this done?
It had to be my mom and dad. They've sacrificed so much for me and my two brothers coming up, introducing us to the game of baseball, and I wouldn't be here without them. So they were definitely the first two that I called, and they couldn't have been more excited.
Are you renting currently, or did you buy a place before this deal?
We bought a place in 23 when I debuted, so maybe we'll have to upgrade that.
Hey, Scottsdale's a nice place to do the upgrades. Brandon Pfaadt, congratulations, man. You deserve it. We look forward. You're only 26. We look forward to watching you for years to come on MLB Network, okay?